shoot, if this was a car, that's the. I might have to switch. I might have to switch camera. What up, good people? Welcome to another episode of the Strategically Reckless Podcast. Yeah. What up, good people? Welcome to not really sure what's going on with the with my camera on this. Get that fixed. Go blind out. And yo, let me tell you, today gonna be one of those shows. On tonight's show, we talking about, and they got me real close. On tonight's show, we talking these kids being out of school. We gonna talk about 800, 300 talking trash. We gonna talk about these Ouija boys, and before we get out of here, we gonna talk about proposing. Yeah, proposing. But it ain't like you think. But it ain't like how you think. Listen, I thank everybody for tuning in, whether you're listening via iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon. If you're listening on the Amazon Alexa, you tell her to play the Strategically Reckless Podcast, my voice will come up. Also, we want to thank you for listening and watching on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, as well as Instagram Live. Y'all out here. As soon as I get my TikTok followers up, I'm going to be doing some stuff over there. So if you don't mind, go ahead and follow me on TikTok at Strategically Reckless. Boom, let's go. Listen, since last week, I had a real attitude last week. And when I say a real attitude, like I had one of those not too far from Kanye West attitudes. And when I say when I'm talking about from the standpoint of I lost it, and I feel like when I complained about what I complained about, one of my people didn't understand it. People just did not understand it. And so last Friday, last Friday, the kids wasn't a holiday. They were out of school for Independent Learning Day. Whatever the hell that's supposed to be. It's Independent Learning Day, like for real. What is, like, they're not out of school, but you still got to do schoolwork at home? What is that? What is that? Like, I don't understand. Is there something about that idea that's not working for me? Like, Independent Learning Day feels like every evening. Like every evening is Independent Learning Night when you got to go home and do homework. What is going on here? Like, why are y'all telling me that these kids need the whole day at home not to do work? I mean, to do work. Jake 2HD, what up, buddy? Like, why do kids need it's on the calendar on top of that? Like, I feel like today's kids get way more days out of school than we ever did. But I think our summers might have been longer. But these in-between days that they just stick in there at the end of a week or at the beginning of a week when they talking about Independent Learning Day, teacher prep day. These kids got out of school for the Raphael Warnock, Herschel Walker run, but they got out of work, but still had to do work still had to be at school on virtual. For what? Why you gotta be out of school to do this virtually? They get out of school at 2:15, 2:30. If it was that important, you just don't give them homework that day. And then y'all go vote. Come on, man. You need no whole damn day of school. They you do not need a whole damn day out of school. Go vote for the runoff that shouldn't even took place in the first time. Hello, Kitty, what's good? Runoff shouldn't even have taken place. But this independent learning day, that just blew me. Y'all got Common Core math and independent learning days. This the type of stuff that when parents look at how to add up 3 lines and 2 circles and a dot, we are confused. You are scary. The hell you thought? This is some of the stupidest days to be out of school. Riley, what's good? This is like it just because we have needs to be watched at all times. And both my wife and I, we both work from home, so somebody has to watch. We got to watch. We have to be the teacher this day, because when he feels like I can pull it, I can get over without having to do work, I can play dumb so I can get some attention, get some help. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I talk so much trash about the school system that day. And it made me go to the calendar, and I had to look and see exactly how many days that these kids are actually in school. If you're in the chat room, go ahead and throw it in before I actually tell you. Nino, what up, though? Janino from SoCo. What's happening? Well, not from SoCo, but that's where we met. It's one of my favorite English teachers from back in the day. We met over in South Korea. She's from South Africa. Shout out to that. Bow, bow, bow. But look, I was tripping because I looked at the calendar and these kids they're in school only 180 days out the year. So the rest of the time, they're not doing. A lot of the kids, I say a big majority of the kids, aren't doing any education related. 180 days, that's less than half, even leap year. Come on, why are we still confused about when kids from other countries come over to our schools? Why in the elementary school and grade school and high school that they're so far ahead? They've been far ahead. They started off far ahead. Like this is ridiculous. Like it is. So anybody that don't know, March 11th was the ending of my 2.5 years of teaching English in Korea. This was 12 years ago when I came back. I told the story last week of me coming back. But here's the crazy thing. I sat down and with some 6th graders, I told them, we had a conversation about how much they went to school and how much kids in the U.S. went to school. And in typical kid fashion, they felt like they were being ripped off. They felt like they went to school way too much. They felt like they went to school way too much. And when you line up the amount of times that they're in school and the amount of time that a kid from the U.S. goes to school. And so this is the crazy thing. So in Korea, they get about they and I will just use their public school for example. They go to school. They say all year round, but it's not really all year round. Like they get 3 weeks off in the winter, 3 weeks off. Do get their Thanksgiving break, which is I don't recall them having a spring break in that way. But we're looking at, and then there might have been some federal holidays. These kids, except for those 3 weeks in the winter and those 3 weeks in the summer, they had camps. They had camps at school for those 3 weeks. For those 6 weeks, it was camps at the school. Kids came. Listen, when I tell you that a lot of the kids that went to public school, when they got out of public school, they went to a private school after that. You would see kids walking around with book bags on at 8 o'clock because they had just got out of a specialty school, whether they were learning English or going for a music class or learning another language. Like these kids went to school so much, like that was their job. And in the 5th grade, by the 5th or 6th grade, you pretty much knew what your path was. So if you were a late bloomer, you might have been SOL when it came to what your career path was going to look like. Because the kids that don't test well in the 6th grade, they don't go to the regular high school or the regular middle school. They go to a technical. You'll be doing stuff with your hands. You will be a farmer or a mechanic, something like that. We're going to teach you a trade because obviously this education stuff is not for you. This book stuff is not for you. This is to get down. For a late bloomer, probably not fair. I don't know what the process is for them to get from the technical side back to the other side. Probably a test. But if you're a late bloomer, kind of SOL. And so when I had the conversation with the boy about, he was talking about trying to be out of school for all these extra days, and I was like, do you realize you don't even go to school for half the amount of time that's on the calendar? No, we in school a lot. I was like, buddy, you go to school and within 3 weeks, y'all out for about 3-4 days for fall break. Fall break. Then there's some other late holidays. Memorial Day or Veterans Labor Day. Is school Labor Day right around the corner. Bam, you missing days. You don't need these. You turn around and you have fall break, Christmas break feels way longer. You get the whole week of Christmas, especially if it's at the end. And then you get that following week, the week of New Year. And they go back like on the 6th or the 7th. Then they turn around and you got Appreciation Day. These kids got out of school early one time because the wind was blowing too hard. You heard it. The wind was blowing too hard. Need to get y'all out of school. And we wonder why it's such a struggle with some of these kids. But look, that was my rant. About kids going to school because I feel like it needs to happen more. And I feel like if teachers were paid more, a lot of them would do a better job. You attract a different group of people that would like to do this job, even if like keep this amount of money. Right now, you just got people showing up now. They just like kids. Hey, the hazards of the job are real high, getting worse. I don't know if that pay has gotten any better. That's all I got to say about that. But listen, speaking of all I got to say, what up, Easy? Speaking of all I got to say, so let me go back a couple weeks ago. Like if you don't know, I grew up hooping, bowled in some leagues back in the day, but athlete all my life, super competitive, talk trash with the rest of them. You talk trash to me in the beginning of an event and you beat me, I gotta shut the hell up. It's kind of how that works. You talk trash to me at the beginning and I beat you, you ain't got shit else to say. It's over with. I won, you be quiet. Well, a couple weeks ago, a team beat us. And it wasn't because of this dude. But this dude takes shots at my brother. The dude takes shots at my brother. He's there much trash. And, you know, he was doing a little showboating, a little front running, a little dancing. You know how after they knew they had won, and now he wanna like he had like he was the reason. And I just happened to see it. It felt real slick. It felt real. I just didn't like it. And bowling really get amped in that way for bowling. Like when it came to hooping, you know, it's physical. We playing defense back and forth, playing offense. You know, I talk trash to you, you talk trash to me. We dap it up and keep it moving. Like I stopped talking trash a long time ago. A long time ago, trash. And one of the reason why I stopped talking trash, I went to go. It was one. Came back home from school, I believe, and I went up to my school to go play basketball. They had some pickup games, and there was this dude that was like, "Yo, all you can do is go back." Well, anybody that actually know me, what I'm known for is being able to shoot, and so he talking trash to me. I was minding my business. And then he was like, well, we gonna play 3-on-3. I was like, well, you hold me. And at that point commenced the greatest ass whooping that I had ever put on a single human being for no reason at all. He received one of the greatest ass whoopings, verbally too. This girl was sitting up in hands and it didn't matter. It was one of those things where I was telling this man what I was going to do, and I did it, and he couldn't stop it. Scoring 15 out of 16 points on this boy, back to back. Couldn't do nothing about it. Well, I'm talking trash in a way that you probably want to fight me. I mean, you get somebody, you playing against somebody that's that hot, there ain't nothing you can do, and he can tell you what he gonna do. I'm only gonna take one dribble. For a lot of defensive players, if you know only one dribble is gonna take place, you should be able to affect it. And he couldn't. That's up. A few years later, I'm over in South Korea. I'm reading a newspaper clipping. I'm reading a newspaper clipping about a guy who had killed his pregnant girlfriend. Her face looked familiar. I called my brother and I'm like, hey, bro, is this that dude that I was killing in the gym and talking shit to? He was like, yeah, that's him. Yo, That put things in perspective. It put things in perspective for me because at that point, it was one of those things where, all right, Jay, you can't talk shit to everybody because you don't really know what they're capable of. Not that I'm just out here scared of people, because that's not what it is. But at the same time, you just don't know what people are capable of. And the messed up part about that is, so I mean, at that point moving forward, I stopped and trashed the people. I crack a joke here too, crack jokes, boom, all about my business. I kind of stopped playing hard against people in that way. Man, Easy said, "Dear God, thank you for fighting battles we didn't know we won." Like, man, like these are things that you have no idea, but then at the same time, it's like, all right, I need to chill. Because I know how I can get. But so bad, I was like, listen, for every point I score on you, I'm gonna take off an article of clothing. I was down to one shoe. My shorts, my undershorts. Dude, you can't stop me. I got one shoe on and you still can't stop me. That was dangerous as hell. I was on some stupid shit back in the day. But it didn't matter. Like, as a competitor, I'm going at you. I'm gonna compete. I'm going at you. So back to the story. This dude's showboating after the fact. And I told this man, I was like, look, I don't like it. I saw that and I didn't like it. And we gonna see you again. This was on a Thursday night. And he said, well, I ain't bowling with them again, so you ain't gonna see me. I was like, but you're bowling Wednesdays. And we'll see you, don't worry about it. I ain't gonna forget. Let me tell you, on Wednesday, I'm just perusing through my emails, get the sheet. I looked it up, and boom, we are bowling 18. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. I text my brother like, hey, bro, we got him. We got him. Guess who we bowl? Look at God. Won't he do it? Won't he will? Yeah. I was like, I'm walking in the door talking shit. I'm going to walk in loud. I'm going to start it from the beginning so he'll know what my energy is coming in. And so I'm going to come in and I'm going to talk shit. And if he beat me, then I got to shut my black ass up. But if I win, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you talk trash. I'm going to talk trash from the beginning, and then I'm going to back it up. I called my dad on the way to the boat night, like, hey, Pops, I got to chill, man. Like, I'm a little bit too amped. I got to chill, man. And my dad, being a level-headed person that he is, he was like, hey, man, sometimes you got to talk shit. Yeah, go ahead and go at him. I'll be waiting to hear this. He didn't talk me off that ledge. He was like, go ahead, do it. Go ahead. He did not talk me off the ledge. And so I went in with that energy. Yeah, where you at? Defense and bowling. You're right. That means you can't stop nothing that's about to happen to you. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Look, if I don't bust you, my brother better than you. Don't you worry about it. But I wasn't going to rely on Julian this day. I had to get him my first game. Like in practice, he's striking. He looking at his hand like, oh man. Oh, man, don't none of that bother me. I'm a G. I can talk shit to you. You can talk shit to me. I act like I don't even hear it. I knew what energy I was on, so you could have said whatever. You could have said whatever. Man, I proceeded to shoot 259 on him. He shot 245. He bowled well, and he was still short. Felt good about I know he felt good about what he was doing. And he was still behind. Damn. He done turned. He done came in here and talk shit, beat me the first game. But I ain't done. That's what he said. Little did he know, I wasn't done either. He's striking, I'm striking. He's striking, I'm striking. He's striking, I'm striking. Now people looking at us like, what the hell is going on? He's still striking, I'm striking. I get one lucky strike in there where I tripped the 4-7. 2 pins over there on the left side. If anybody that's listening and don't know what the 4-7 is. 4 pin, 7 pin. Anyway, his teammate starts talking shit in the back. And there's some bullshit strike. Excuse me, sir. Hold on, man. Let's not. You too? I knew you was a hater, but you need to chill. This is one of those days. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity. EOO. All y'all can get this smoke today. Today. If I one day of smoke, everybody that was going to talk that day could have got it. We get up in the ninth frame. I got all strikes. He got all strikes. He went first. Threw it out the window. He does not finish. I go up. I finish 300. You're still talking shit. You done bowled well. He's bowled really well. And he's still down 30. He's still down 30. He bowled about as good as he bowled for 2 games and still down 30. Hey, listen, it was all bad from there. I had one more goal. I turned the corner at 559. All I got to do is shoot 241 in order to get another honor score. That's 800. Oh, man, I got it in me. I can do it. Boy, he went to bed. He went to bed a long time. In the third game, he went to bed early. He got 156. He ate the whole dick in game 3. I get to the frame. I need 2 strikes in it. I need 2 strikes in the frame. 4 pins in the last ball. I get up. Bam. I threw three of the best balls that I've thrown. Hey, man. I was hyped that day. Hey, when you first go start up a silent competition with somebody. That's when you just looking at them and you watching what they doing and you trying to beat them. I've had a whole bunch of silent competitions, but I don't talk trash after the silent competition. I talk shit before. I ran dude over. I ran his ass over. Julian beat him too. But I ran his ass over. To the point where, hey man, you got to respect it. I told you I was gonna see you. I talk trash during practice. Hey, at this point, you just gotta take it. Like I said, you bowled a 166. When you bowled a 166 the last game, you done ate the whole dick. I don't want to hear shit. Come on. Until next time, sir. Until next time. I don't even talk trash like that no more. That day. And so I don't even know. Like, people don't typically talk shit to me I think my brother don't. They talk more trash to my brother. He's better at bowling than I am by a lot. But people find little stuff to say that they would probably never say to me. And the reason being is, I got jokes. I am the nicest mean person. I'm the nicest mean person you could ever meet. I will be nice to you and be thinking mean shit. It's not on purpose. Especially if you done some bullshit. If you done said some bullshit about somebody that I rock with, and now I'm looking at you and you speaking to me, and I'm like, you one of them. If you one of them, I really don't have that type of energy. So with a lot of people, like I got my brother and I got my brothers. And then it's a bunch of people that I might be cool with. And then it's a whole bunch of people that I know. And, you know, the crazy thing about life, they teach you to keep people where they need to be kept. And if you're paying attention to people, you keep it where they need to be kept. But when it comes to talking trash, like anybody can get these jokes. Anybody can get these jokes. I enjoy doing that. I'm good at that. That makes me happy. Most of the jokes I tell people can laugh at too. Speaking of most of the jokes I can tell people can laugh at too. Like Julian finds it interesting that I can say stuff to people that most people won't be offended. Like most people should be offended when they hear it and then don't be offended. They just be like, haha, Jay crazy. And it happened today. We had an appointment this morning for the girls, and appointments for 9:30. We get there at 9:15, like they tell us. They always tell you when you go to an appointment, get there 15 minutes early just in case. Boom. We get there at 9:15, and you have 2 babies. I don't care what time of the day it is, they do not want to just sit still. Like sitting still is not their thing, ever. My wife told me, what up, bro? You just missed the 800-300 story. My wife told me, hey, you don't have to go with me today. Yes, I do. See, you don't know them. I went the first time. I had to deal with this Michael Irvin looking nurse doctor lady. Yeah, I said it. She looks like Michael Irvin. But I dealt with the nurse. You're gonna need help. You're gonna need help. We get there at 9:15. We don't go back. We don't go back until after 10:30. Listen, my wife, that she got to get to. She got a meeting that she has to get to. I got to do 10:30, 10:45 roll around. My wife freaking out. The girls at this point, we are willing. Listen, it was 10:30, and all they had done was weigh the girls. They put the girls on the scale. That was it. Come on, man. What? After an hour and a half, all they done is jumped on the scale. That was it. You think us moving us from the lobby area to the seats right outside the scale is going to be enough to pacify somebody that got stuff to do? Are you kidding me? Hey, you know what? We just going to let the babies cry. That's what we going to do. I don't know whose idea that was. But it was so disrespectful. I felt like it was so disrespectful because they you can't tell me that I need to be at the appointment 15 minutes early. And when I'm my time, like I scheduled the time because this is the time that I had available. And then I don't go back until 10:20. Now, if I was 50 minutes late for my appointment, y'all gonna try to charge me $25, or I'm not gonna be seen. If my appointment was at 9:30 and I showed up at 10:20, they probably wasn't gonna see me until 12:48 because I was late. Me, I'm late and I gotta pay for it. If they don't cancel the appointment, I think $25. This is what I know. These folks some haters. And so I'm in the doctor's office and I'm talking shit. Oh, yeah. I'm talking crazy. Hey, man, we sit up here. It's like, hey, how's everything going? It would be better if we was gone. It'll be a whole lot better. You hear these babies crying, it's because they tired of waiting on y'all. They've been waiting on y'all for the last 35, 40 minutes. And y'all just sitting back there chilling. The one little girl looked like Glorilla. I wanted to call her Glorilla, but I didn't want to be too out of control. But it was bad. And sure enough, they're talking crazy. Like, listen, they cry because y'all in here now and they ready to go. You in here now and they ready to go. Jay, you crazy. Mr. Brown, you crazy. No, I'm being for real. Like, I'm ready to go. Y'all taking forever. This is disrespectful. This is disrespectful. Like, y'all 50 minutes late, yo. How you gonna tell me that other people came? The hell does that mean to me? Other people came? So what? You had Ralph and Delinda. Ralph had a 9:45 appointment, and you just decided to take Delinda too? Delinda ain't had no appointment. She gotta wait. Don't ask me who Delinda is. I have no idea. But we didn't get out of there. We didn't get out of there until 11:50. It was 11:50. Ain't no way. I'm talking all kind of shit. I done almost said that the nurse one of those, like I said, she had the whole Michael Irvin get up. From the nostrils to the little hair and everything. That little deacon fro. Got it. Oh man, y'all think I'm being funny and I'm being for real. I ain't being honest. I don't like none of it. This is goofy and stupid. I have no idea. Like, what was taking so long? And like moving somebody from one space to another space, that doesn't pacify the person. Listen, the one girl was like, hey, this is some of the goofiest shit I ever heard. She was like, all right, I'm gonna get the nurse practitioner. They moved us to one room, and then she was like, all right, I'm gonna go get the nurse practitioner. This chick went out the room and came in. I was like, did you think we wasn't gonna notice that you're the same person? And the goofy ass, what you doing? She was like, oh, I'm just watching they chest with the compression. It's like, man, your goof ass on somewhere. Like, you done went outside and came right back in. And it was like, yeah, we got to look for chest compressions. Man, I swear this some of the dumbest shit I've seen in my. Oh, you gotta after you done already listened to our heart. Y'all done already came in here with the stethoscope twice. Come on, man. Let's stop playing. I'm trying to be nice and not say the stuff that I really want to say. And even when I'm telling, even when I say out loud, like, yeah, you got to go for yourself and think that we gonna be tricked by you going out the door and coming back in and think that like you done switched into a nurse practitioner. Come on, man. Oh, Mrs. Brown, you so funny. Y'all got me out here dying. It's like, I'm dying in here. But waiting on y'all. Like, for real, for real. Y'all going somewhere with that goofy shit? But speaking of goofy stuff, did y'all see? There was a story. There was a story where 28 girls were hospitalized due to anxiety from playing with a Ouija board. Y'all know, like the Ouija board, the board that got all the little letters on there and the words of yes or no, and you're supposed to be able to talk to, you're supposed to be able to talk to spirits and stuff. And have you ever played with one of those? Like, I don't know. Listen, I've played with one maybe once or twice in my day. But that's somebody that doesn't really believe in ghosts like that. Yeah, I'm sure they exist somewhere. But at the same time, I ain't never seen one. Ain't really trying to. And so, in our mind, the last time we really saw one was on Martin on the Halloween episode. Like, we like, yo, in all Black households who had a Ouija board, the one thing that was always said was, you moving it. Stop pushing it. You moving it. Stop pushing it. He was kids. We didn't know what he was doing. We didn't know who he was talking to. I don't even think we was talking to anybody in particular. We was probably doing the whole thing wrong. But there's 28 girls in 2023 hospitalized with anxiety after playing with the Ouija board. What? I was trying to figure out, like, yo, is this real? Like, what? First of all, like, why do people even still have these if they actually work? And why do people even have these if they don't work? I don't understand it. Like, does that make sense? Like, why? Yeah, it's all fun and games until this shit start jumping off your counters for no reason. It's all fun and games until your TV turns on for no reason. And now you like, how you get it to go back? Turn it off. Because Ouija boards ain't got no on-off switch. Y'all gonna die. This is stupid. And you know what, the last thing, speaking of stupid, I saw a video on TikTok where I feel so weird as a person, semi-old person, saying I saw something on TikTok that I really wanted to talk about. But in real life, there was this video where this woman proposed to a guy. Mm-hmm. Woman got down on one knee, hit you with the "Will you marry me?" What is this world coming to? Now here. All right. I don't know. I don't know how. There's no easy way to do this, because if you're trying not to sound misogynistic, then you're open to anybody being able to propose. It shouldn't just be a man thing, should it? If you're not, putting your toxic masculinity on display and being only misogynistic, this shouldn't be a man thing. Or should it? I was just always under the impression that a dude should be the one to propose. I feel like a dude should be the one that proposes. I don't know very many women who would disagree with that. Now, when I was younger, a lot younger, a whole lot younger, I did have a girl ask me, what would I say if she proposed to me? Yeah. Here's the problem with that. I told her that I would say no, but then turn right back around and propose to her. Am I just traditional in that way? That's if I was at a point in which I was willing to marry her. Let me go ahead and add that on. If I was willing to marry her, and we had got to that point, and she said, will you marry me? And I would say no, and then I would propose to her. There's only one scenario. I don't have to worry about that because I'm married now. But there is one singular scenario in which I personally would be okay with a woman proposing to a dude. There's one, only one. I've talked about it before. And here it is. The one situation, and we're going to take all physical elements out of the scenario, because you can sign and do all this stuff if you're unable to speak. But here it is. If the guy proposed to the woman and she turned him down because she wasn't ready, and the guy decided that she was too valuable to break up with, and when I say valuable to him, in that scenario, I could see being okay with her proposing to him. If he proposed first, she said no, but it wasn't at no fault of his. He decided not to leave her, and she decided to propose to him. I can see in that scenario it being okay. But here's that's a special case, because I also said way back when the amazingly talented Kiana Dancy was on the show, and back when I was arguing with Erica, Tiffany, and Sway, if a dude proposes and a woman says no, break up, fam. Break up, fam. Because at this point, if you felt like, as a dude, and for a lot of women, They say it's real hard to get a dude to propose. But if a dude decides to propose to you and you say no, break up, fam. Look, dude, that is a rejection. That is a proposal rejection. Is one of those rejections that if you really care about marriage, that is not a rejection that you want to feel twice. You can't get that one twice. That's heavy. Twice on a marriage proposal rejection. That is a no. I'm sorry. We can't do this. I'm not proposing twice. So you said no. If we're gonna try to figure this thing out for later on, I am not proposing the next time. It's gonna be your turn. It's gonna be your turn. Don't go hitting me with no ultimatums like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You already said no. You said no. So, the next time when you get ready, if we still together, when you get ready, if we still together, you can ask me. You can ask me. See how I feel. We ain't gonna like that. Not like it, but that's a great idea. That's a great idea. See how I feel. I might say, yeah. But then again, I might not be ready now. Should be petty, but I am a little bit. Shouldn't have said no the first time. Ball's in your court. Let's see that's a game changer when you put the ball in their court. When you be like, here you go. Let's see what you do with it. I proposed. I proposed out of good faith. It wasn't just because the wolf was good. I didn't just propose because you got knocked up. Or because your baby daddy Harry is sniffing around now. It ain't that. It ain't that. All we doing is just, I'm just trying to, what they say, make an honest woman out of you. As if it was not honest before. Look, yo, that's the one scenario. That's the one scenario in which I would be okay with a woman proposing to a dude is if she declined it the first time. But on the theme of talking shit, oh yeah, I would definitely. She would have to hit my mouth for a long time. She had to hit my mouth for a long time. I'm glad my wife said yeah the first time because I couldn't propose twice. Would have had to break up, fam. Yo, man, I appreciate y'all, man. This has been a good one. This went fast today. My bad for starting a little bit late, but hey, listen. When I tell you, if you look around and you at the bowling alley, you see those Shogun Strike Academy shirts, Shogun Strike Academy bowling shirts. Hey, you know where they came from? The 710 print shop. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on the site tomorrow morning. They're gonna be live. The Shogun Strike Academy. Who's the master? Hey, Show Enough. Shout out to Show Enough. Shout out to The Last Dragon. Shout out to Bruce Leroy and all those good folks, Barry Gordy as well. Listen, tomorrow morning you'll be able to order yours at www.the710printshop. That's THE710PRINTSHOP.com and enter in your promo code. I'm gonna give you a promo code. Shogun. promo code Shogun at checkout. Get your discount on that. See when that movie came out. What it came out 85. I can give y'all no 85% out of that. 15%. Boom. You get a discount. But until next week, good people, y'all be safe out in these streets. And for these last 2 shows, I'm gonna go ahead and get them up so y'all can check them as well. Until next time, good people, y'all safe out in these streets and y'all see what these Chicago Bears doing. Pow, 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 pow. We out here.